Hey, it's Bev, your deep dive coach. And this month, we are diving deeper by exploring what's available in our worst possible thing. This month's deep dive project is actually not mine. I read it in a book yesterday, and it was so powerful that I literally stopped reading. Honestly, my brain seized for a minute. So I have to give it to you. The book is Superabound by Erin Aquin and Steve Haase. It's actually a stupendous book. And it just hit number one on the Amazon for business mentoring and coaching this week. Although I have to tell you, I think it's really about growth and reaching any goals you want to reach in alignment with yourself. That's the important part. Okay, so Erin starts by talking about a very, very potentially serious health issue that she has and a devastating prognosis that she's given. And she talks about how she went to her meditation teacher and he asked you, this is the work. What if the worst thing you can imagine right now is actually an opportunity to do something that never would have been available without this issue? Come on. I have to find these names so I can tell you. Jeff Carrera. Come on. The worst thing that can happen, and hers was that she was going to be wheelchair bound for the rest of her life by the time she was 30. What if that is actually an opportunity to do something that wouldn't have been available without the issue? I've thought it before as, okay, who can you be? What's the best you can be? That's how I usually ask it. But to suggest that who you can be with your worst thing is actually not available without it. In other words, the worst thing is essential for you to rise up to be your best. That's your work this month. While I was reading it, my mind just started realizing all the opportunities available to me right now as me and all my fellow Jews experience our worst thing, which is Israel at war on both sides and really fighting for our survival. And I have two daughters living there now. And as I read the story, rather than being in, the fear and the worry and the praying, my mind went to all the spectacular ways we as a Jewish community have shown up for each other. And me personally, finding skills and strengths that were not available to me before in order to step up and contribute and help my people and my homeland. Then it went to all the amazing people I've met all over the world in these communal endeavors that I would not have. They would never have been available to me before, and they are now 100% part of my network and my growth and my connectedness. Then my mind went to past worst things, two or three that I can think about in my life. And I see now in retrospect that every one of them made something available for me in terms of what it required and how I had to adapt and stretch that would not have happened without it and propelled me forward in so many areas of my life. Okay, are you ready? It's your turn. What's your worst thing? Write it down. And now let your mind race like mine did when you answer. What if the worst thing I can imagine right now is actually an opportunity to do something that would never have been available without this? Thank you, Jeff Carrera. Thank you, Erin Aquin. You know I love to hear from you. Let me know what you find.